Hi, I'm Shannon. I met Meg 3 years ago when we each started the leadership training program at Camp Minneconne. Meg walked into my life with a smile that has yet to leave her face. With unmatched positivity and compassion that has touched more lives than she knows, Meg is a wonder. A mind fixated on others and a whole heart. I cannot wait to see how Meg will continue to change this world.
Trying to explain my friendship with Meg in 5 sentences or less seems impossible. She's truly a sister to me. We've been through everything together, and I can honestly say that her character and kindness is unmatched. After 13 years of friendship, she is still the first person I call no matter what. Meg is the garbage to my trash and the best girl I've ever met, and I'm so honored to be able to introduce my amazing best friend Meg to you today.
I love being the youngest child. The first pro is that I'm showered with attention. Secondly, I have 2 older brothers to give me life advice, and they're both surprisingly good at it. The third pro is that my brothers made every mistake in the book, so I've learned what not to do. Not a ton of people are aware that I have 2 older brothers, and it makes sense considering our age differences. My oldest brother, Ryan, is 10 years older than me, and Andrew is 8 years older than me. Ryan is the quieter one, but when he wants to, he can make me laugh until I cry. He's incredibly generous and understanding, even when he should be mad. For example, when I was 11, he made the mistake of setting his brand new iPad on our kitchen table. You see, he was really excited about this iPad, and as a college student, was very proud that he spent his own money on it. You see, I was being a fool and attempted to do a cartwheel inside while dangerously close to that table. My foot hit a solid object, and next thing I know, I hear a crash, and I see his new iPad absolutely shattered on the floor. The worst part about this situation wasn't that I broke the iPad. It was that I blamed it on my dog, Chloe. I called Ryan and told a long and dramatic story about how her tail hit the table, which somehow caused the iPad to fall off and shatter, and that I was an innocent bystander of the whole incident. Ryan clearly saw past my lie and knew it was my fault. He told me that lying isn't something that I should do, but forgave me almost immediately. He knew that it was never my intention to break his new iPad, and I truly felt horrible about it. Ryan has always been forgiving and someone I can count on. When I was 3, I wouldn't let anyone but Ryan tie my shoelaces. He would never complain when he heard my loud voice scream, "Ryan!" across the house as my poor babysitters tried to tie my shoelaces for me. I would always say, "Only Ryan can tie my shoes." He always had patience for my dramatic attitude. Whenever he had his friends and girlfriends over, I would try to join them and try to hang out. Surprisingly, he would never yell at me. The first time I met my now sister-in-law, Natalie Stewart, I introduced myself and proceeded to sit in between the 2 of them on our couch while they were watching Harry Potter. Even through that, Natalie stuck around and I'm very glad. On the other hand, Andrew was a lot less patient when it came to me. Right after I was born, the first time I was ever introduced to Andrew, he cried because my hair wasn't the same color as his. Due to being a newborn baby, my hair was brown, but eventually lightened naturally after a few months. We are both similar in the way that we are outgoing and loud. For example, whenever I ate pasta, I would pour as much Parmesan cheese on my pasta as possible, until the cheese to pasta ratio was quite uneven. Every time I did this, Andrew would try to pull the cheese shaker out of my hand and end up spilling it all over the table. I would always blame him for the mess. Some of my earliest memories involved Andrew tackling me to the ground as Ryan fought to protect me. Nevertheless, Andrew is one of the most supportive people in my life. Like me, he has always had a love for music, and has always cheered me on while I've grown as a singer. We constantly find new songs to sing duets to and give each other tips on how to get better. He inspires me to find every outlet that I can and to continue singing throughout my life. He can also make me laugh anytime, anywhere. Last year, our family went to Florida, but Ryan couldn't make it. Andrew and I ended up staying up late every night, laughing until we couldn't breathe at the dumbest conversation topics and memes. Whenever I need to be cheered up, he is definitely one of the first people I call. Although he works and lives in Chicago, he constantly makes an effort to come and visit. Every time he does, I love seeing him and making him watch Mamma Mia with me while I scream out the songs. Over the years, if there's one thing my brothers have taught me, it's resilience. Throughout life's ups and downs, one of the most important things we have is each other. Support the ones you love, and you can make an incredible impact on their life. Andrew, Ryan, I honestly don't know what I would do without you. Although you guys can't make it to my speech because you have boring adult jobs to attend to, I'm excited for you guys to see this online and understand how much you guys mean to me. You are my best friends, and I love you. Now, before I end this speech, I have to give a shout out to my mom. We have gone through everything together, and congrats, you have successfully raised Ryan, Andrew, and I to stay close our whole lives. You are a wonderful and iconic role model. I love you. Thank you.